The stupid tube didn't come along until about 2006, but I've been actually throwing this bait, rigged similar to the way we're doing it now, since 2000. And at that time, a company sponsored, several companies sponsored the Indiana State team, but one of the companies was a tube company, and they give each one of us a 20-pack of green pumpkin tubes and 5 jig heads, and they were just round bend jig heads. A guy by the name of Chris Schultz, he's an old river rat from up around Tippecanoe River, fished for smallmouth in the river. He come to me and said, "Terry," he says, "how you rigging that tube?" I said, "Well," I said, "the only other way I know besides Texas rigging is just shoving the head in the tube." He said, "Let me show you something." So he showed me how to rig it the way we're doing it now, what we call a stupid tube rig. So I went back to the room, tied my jig head on the line, and tried rigging the tube, and it wouldn't work. So I went back to his room. I said, "Chris, I can't rig it." He said, "First thing you done was tied it on the line first." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Everybody does it." He said, "You can't rig it that way. You got to rig it untied." So he showed me again how to rig it. I went on to qualify for the national championship in that tournament. Went to Shreveport, Louisiana, didn't do real well. But in that tournament, I beat the guy that showed me how to rig the stupid tube by two pounds, and he didn't get to go any farther, and I got to go on to the national championship. That was in 2000. That's how that rig started. I didn't invent it. Chris Schultz come up with it. Well, I got to fishing it that way over the years and got to doing real good Indiana-wide. Made several more state teams rigging a green pumpkin tube that way. How it got to be known as the stupid tube, in 2006, Matt and I both qualified for the state team. The name of the lake was Lake Homladoo. It was a chain of lakes, crystal clear water. We went up there, and it was a 3-day tournament. I weighed in 15 fish over 3 days. I went from there to Lake Neely Henry in Alabama on the Coosa River. They had a camera crew. Whoever was leading their division, they put a camera crew in the boat. So I had a camera guy sitting on my Mercury motor, straddling it, filming me all day long. And about 1 o'clock, he said, "Hey, tell me a little bit about that bait you're throwing. That's the only thing you've thrown all day long." At that time, I swung it up into my hand and held it up like this. I didn't realize at the time, but he zoomed in on it. I said, "Back home, we call it a stupid tube." I told that story at the national championship. Didn't know it at the time, but at the end of the day, I qualified for the Bassmaster Classic. 2 weeks later, they showed the national championship on TV. I didn't realize at the time, but when I'm sitting there watching it on TV, it shows when they zoom in on the stupid tube, it said, "If you want to know more about the stupid tube and Terry McWilliams, go to fishindy.com. Well, the next day, on Monday, my website just blew up. People want to know where can you buy this stupid tube? Well, there really was no such thing as a stupid tube. It was a rigging system of a tube. We'd refined it some since 2000. We found out that the extra wide gap hook worked a lot better when it started mashing all that tube up in a round bend. You'd lose a lot of fish and miss a lot of fish. So that's where the new design EWG hook come into. And since then, they've all been, probably 95% of my fish has been caught on a green pumpkin stupid tube made by Secret Lures.